Hello everyone. Today I will introduce the features and the operations of Geotek's new generation firewall. The main focus of this session will be on the function of network, such as zone setting or speed and the duplex mode. Now let's get started. Regarding today's topic, the first part is about the management method of the NU firewall, the zone. What is it? And I will introduce the zone setting feature, and we will talk about what architecture can be used on the NU firewall. About zone. What is a zone? Unlike traditional firewalls, it no longer primarily uses LAN, DMZ, and WAN to differentiate interfaces. Each physical port has already been assigned a specific role on the traditional firewalls. In the NU firewalls, every port can be defined by you, except the default MGMT port. Moreover, the NU new generation firewall uses zone to control the direction of packets. The grouping of interface is designed to make it easier for users to allocate settings in a familiar way. Therefore, the LAN interface in NU can perform not only LAN feature, but can also be used as an outbound interface. So this allows NU to integrate more easily into various environments. The zone management method of NU allows administrators to assign various roles to each physical port. For example, if I want to designate port 2 as WAN 1 or port 3 and port 4 as LAN 2, it can be easily adjusted on NU. The management method is no longer restricted by the traditional LAN and WAN limitations. By managing through zones, packet management becomes more flexible. In this session, I will first introduce the architecture that can be used with NU. Later, I will explain how to configure the zone setting. So there are at least 4 architectures applicable on NU. The first is LAN to WAN. It have NAT and routing modes. The second is LAN multiple port switch mode. This allows packets to flow freely between ports within the same ports. Within the same zone. The third is LAN multiple port bridge mode. This manages the ingress and the egress between ports within the same zone. The finally is our NU can operate both modes at the same time, means both LAN to WAN or LAN multiple port at the same time. The first is the basic and common architecture, LAN to WAN. This is the application method of NAT. We can see that the computer IP is this. When it accesses the internet, it will pass through the NU before going out to the internet. After passing through the NAT, the IP will change from 192.168.1.100 to 99.99.99.99. Next is the LAN-to-WAN root mode. This architecture is similar to the previous NAT. The difference is that when the computer with IP leads access the internet, it passes through the NU in routing mode. When it reaches the modem, it can still carry its original IP 192.168.1.100. So in this architecture, it is important to note that the upper layer equipment must have static load for NU LAN segments to function properly. This is switch mode. It allows packets to flow freely between ports within the same zone. In the diagram on the left, I have marked the two zones using blue and red frames. Devices within the blue frame can communicate freely if they are on the same subnet. The red frame as well. However, the blue frame and the red frame cannot communicate with each other because they are on different subnets. Unless you configure routing policy, you can connect the packets between the two zones. And this is bridge mode. It can manage the packets ingress and egress between ports within the same zone. I also use two colors to mark the zones. In bridge mode, we can use policy to control the packets between ports. In other words, also the computers within the red frame are on the same subnet. We can use policy block to block the specific service. Of course, we can also control it like the blue frame, allowing specific service to pass through the controlled port, even though they are on the same subnet. After introducing the single LAN and the multiple ports LAN, our NU can also operate in both at the same time. So you can see the left is LAN-to-WAN, the right is bridge mode. Through the policy, we can not only control LAN-to-WAN, but also we can manage LAN-to-bridge or bridge-to-WAN. And here, I will explain the operation methods of the zone setting. We can find the zone setting by the menu on the left. The upper part of the diagram has various colors, each showing different zones, and the interface properties of the zone are already defined, such as LAN, LAN 2, LAN 3. accelerate. A port without any color or name indicates that it has not been defined yet. So you can define it by clicking Add Zone. After clicking, you will see this screen. We can select the port we want. We want to define by clicking on it with the mouse or choose to choose or deselect it. Then we can go to the left side to define the interface properties. The interface number and the zone names do not need to be selected in order. You can skip the numbers when setting them. The name can be defined by administrator as desired. The color below are just used to identify the zones. You can choose whichever you prefer. After confirming your settings, just click OK. The lower part of zone setting. The interface consists of interface properties defined by the administrator. The interface name is used to identify between different zones. The name is defined by the administrator, and this item does not need to be set according to the interface property. And this frame to see which zone this interface property belongs to, what its name is, and which ports it uses. The pencil and the cross icon on the right can be used to edit or delete the zone. So after we modify the zone setting by editing or deleting or adding zones, then we need to click Save to apply the settings. Please note that this step will restart the device. You will see a window pop up. If you confirm that a restart can be performed, click OK. If you want to restart later, click Cancel. There are speed and duplex mode in the zone setting. Here can display the interface name and the port. Here can display the connection status and the MAC address of the network adapter. The speed and the duplex mode section below shows the supported speed and the modes. If there are no special requirements, you can keep the setting on auto. It will automatically detect the supported speed and modes. Here can view the related logs. Means it belongs zone 5 and the link is up. And it shows the supported speed. So here's the setup steps for zone setting. The first step is clicking Add Zone. The second step is select which ports should belong to a zone. The third step is define the zone and the interface names and select the zone color. The final step is save. Please note that this step will restart the device. So this is the zone setting setup steps. And this is the introduction of zone setting. Thanks for your listening.